Let's rise for the pledge. Angela, roll call, please.
Counselor Bronson, Counselor Hedgie,
Here.
Counselor Richards,
Here.
Counselor Sanchez, here, President Pro Tem Thorstad,
Here.
Mayor Coleman,
Present.
Counselor Osberger.
Here. Let the record show that there are 7 present and none absent. Just as another reminder, we had some people online who are having a hard time hearing us, so speak into the microphone directly and closely, please. Thank you. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, we have the consent agenda, and inside the consent agenda, there's some minutes, but also a public address system application. You are always welcome to pull something from the consent agenda, or you can make a motion to approve the whole thing.
Moved as recommended.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Angela, please call for a vote.
Counselor Hedgie,
Yes.
Counselor Richards,
Yes.
Counselor Sanchez,
Yes.
President Pro Tem Thorstad,
Yes.
Mayor Coleman,
Yes.
Counselor Osberger,
Yes.
Counselor Bronson.
Yes.
Let the record show that we have 7 yeses and no nays. Moving on to the next item, recognition of visitors and hearing of petitions. Tonight we have the Community Health Committee annual report. So we're going to have, I think Kelsey Ray is going to come forward. She is the chair of the Community Health Committee and provide us a report. Kelsey, just when you sit down, give your name and your address for the record, okay? Oh, no, it's not. There's a
Oh.
question. Yeah.
Okay, just kidding. My name is Kelsey Ray and my address is 1915 Long Street, Seaham, Oregon 97386. Alrighty. So this is the Sweet Home Health Committee's annual report for City Council. I'm the chair of the committee, and then we have Bob Dalton, who is the vice chair, Michael Grenz, Dr. Larry Horton, Dick Knowles, Shirley Schumacher, and Wanda Jones. So looking back on the committee, for those who are not familiar with us, the Sweet Home Community Health Committee was formed in 2016 as an ad hoc committee. And this was our previous mission statement and goals. So the mission statement was to promote healthy living through innovative partnerships within and outside the community while aligning with the city's health goals and address the quality of care through access to care. And the goals look like to improve our community's health through creative and innovative practices, lead change strategies through education and programs to encourage individuals to take responsibility for their health. The healthy choice is the right choice. And to work towards and promote access to healthcare and resources that support the well-being of all people in our community. So because of that mission statement and those goals set forth by the committee, some of the many accomplishments that were achieved during the time as an ad hoc committee was the connection to the students from the medical school into our community. So the medical students from Western University Health Sciences organized different focus groups in our area to find out what was needed for Sweet Home citizens, bringing those findings back to the committee who would advocate for those services, which were able to increase the medical services provided in Sweet Home. Pre-COVID, that was access to a medical van that many agencies got together to organize and run so that there was free or no cost services to citizens who had no insurance and couldn't afford regular medical services. Also, Lynn County Mental Health has added their mental health van that comes out to Sweet Home now. And we've all seen the beautiful Samaritan facility that is new and was brought about from this change. Also, they were able to add a Sharps container disposal site. So previously there was no Sharps container disposal sites out in the community that could be accessed at all hours. This was leading to needles being found at schools, playgrounds. So now there is a disposal site. It was previously at 799 Long Street, but it has since moved And it can be located at the Sweet Home Health Center that's run by Benton County Health Services at 1023 Main Street, but it's accessed from the Long Street side in the parking lot. And that's used by the school nurse who didn't have a place to dispose of sharps, some of our diabetic patients, and people who can't afford to go to the pharmacy and pay for that disposal. It's available to them for free. Also, the FAC partnership and bringing about the shelter to Sweet Home and advocating for different services that are needed for our citizens here. So our committee has been codified for 1 year. So we're officially a committee now instead of just an ad hoc committee. What we've done in the last year was we had different health partners and agencies come to the committee and let us know what they're doing for health in Sweet Home and how they can assist people within our communities that might be struggling with different needs, whether that be like self-management education for people who are struggling with chronic conditions, as well as mental health and addiction services. We have created a community resource list that is now live on the city's website. So we will be monitoring that, and I will provide the updates or any changes that are needed for that list quarterly. And then the continuation of the Sweet Home Health Fair. The Sweet Home Community Health Fair was actually born from the committee and a subcommittee that started and has continued to have the support of the committee planning organization, specifically by Bob Dalton and Dick Knowles. So project updates. Again, the community resource list is now live and will be monitored. The Sweet Home Health Fair vendor application should be going out in May. We're already receiving lots of questions on when people will receive them. And it seems like some of our vendors from the past are just really excited to get here and provide that service again to Sweet Home. And then the goals of the committee have been chosen, and the committee will continue working with staff and our partners in health to meet these new goals that we've set for ourselves. So the goals for the Sweet Home Community Health Committee are continue to support and promote the Sweet Home Community Health Fair, organize at least one mini health forum. We're going to figure out what that means for the city of Sweet Home, what our residents would like to see health-wise, and try and organize a learning session for them. The resource list, again, super excited about that. We'll monitor that, update that quarterly. Foster growth and partnership amongst our current Sweet Home Health partners, and continue to invest presentations from health agencies and other community partners as well. And then I just want to say thank you to the Sweet Home City staff that have helped answer any and all questions and advise the committee. We were an ad hoc committee for a very long time, and now that we're codified through the city, there's different rules and things to follow. So the staff has been great with helping us navigate some of those changes. And then I want to personally thank all the committee members that have supported me in my first year as chair, and then thank our liaisons from council, formerly Mayor Coleman and now Ken Bronson, who come to our meetings and listen to what we have to say and learn about health in the community. So that's it.
I have a question regarding the health fair. So that is also where backpacks are often handed out?
Yes.
Yeah. And how many vendors were there last year at the health fair approximately? Do we know?
Approximately 40.
40 different health vendors.
Yeah.
And it will be happening again in the parking lot of the high school this year?
Yeah, same location, and it's always the same weekend. So it's the third weekend in August. And previously the backpacks were given out in a different location, but they've been able through the past years to team up and bring that to us so that there's more eyes on the backpacks and getting those supplies for the kids while also bringing the attention to the health fair. So that's been a great partnership for us.
Great. Thank you. Any other questions or comments from counselors?
Yeah, yes, as one who sits on the committee, I'm displeased with the job you and the rest of the committee members are doing, and I'd like to incorporate this in our council goals, and we'll figure that out at the next meeting. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again for everything that you guys are doing. I know that you guys have accomplished a lot through the committee, so thank you for chairing that, Kelsey.
Thank you.
Moving on to the next item on the agenda is new business request for council action, resolution number 8 for 2025.
Madam Mayor, Council, what you have before you is a request for council action to seek approval to formally transition our current interim assistant city manager, Cecily Pretty, into this role. In the RCA, I've actually titled her position Deputy City Manager. And it's the same thing. It's just a different title that is also often used with government entities for this role. And the reason I wanted to use that is I believe that language matters. There's been a lot of confusion. It's regarding the words assistant city manager. I've had people think that she's, just a administrative assistant, and really what she's doing is so much more. I mean, she's been operating as second in command, and as you all know, she filled in as the interim city manager there for a month and a half, and did an excellent job. And so, anyway, that's a little bit of some of the reasons why I want to rename or retitle the position. One of the things I want to point out with this is it will continue to save the city considerable money. And the reason being is basically between both Cecily and myself, and this is not a complaint, this is like something that we're proud of, is we are handling the city manager duties, the deputy city manager duties, chief of police, half of a finance director. As you know, we didn't fill the economic development director, so we're doing that, and then also the administrative director, services director role. The cool thing about it is it's not changing anything in our budget right now. It's already been budgeted for, so that is staying the same. But we're essentially doing more with less, and we're proud of that. And as we have seen tonight with all of the council goals and a lot of the capital projects that we have in front of us, I think it's a good thing, and it's something that if council is for, we're excited about. And so what you have before you, obviously, the city's recommendation, or my recommendation, would be to move to approve the formalization of this position. And so with that, I will open it up for any questions that council may have.
I want to make a comment that I think that Cecily's doing a fantastic job. The level of expertise and knowledge that she brings to the city of Sweet Home has been really beneficial to our community, and I'm grateful for that.
I too am very happy, and I would like to move to approve option number 3.
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. Angela, would you call for a vote? Oh, any discussion? Excuse me.
Yeah, I would like to also say the same thing. Cecily, you're doing a fantastic job. And I was curious, is there like a 20-year contract that you're going to sign with this position?
Madam Mayor, since we're all saying, I just want to say you're doing a great job too.
Likewise, outstanding job. I'll settle for a 15-year contract.
Same. Thank you.
All right, Angela,
Right.
if there's no further discussion, call for a vote, please.
Counselor Richards? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Counselor Sanchez?
Yes.
President Pro Tem Thorstad?
Yes.
Mayor Coleman?
Yes.
Counselor Osberger?
Yes.
Counselor Bronson?
Yes.
And Counselor Hagee?
Yes.
I heard a resounding yes from 7 and no nays. Cecily, thank you so much. I know that you moved here and not knowing many people, but you've just jumped right in with both feet, and you are doing a fantastic job. So thank you so much.
Thank you all very much. I really genuinely love this community a lot. So thank you.
All right, moving on to the next item on the agenda, reports of committees. There's some reports that are in there. There's minutes from a couple of committees. Are there any liaisons that would like to speak to these minutes?
I would just like to thank the library board for being so welcoming of me joining as the counselor liaison. And I was excited that I was able to use some of my school district connections, that we got the free little libraries installed at Oak Heights and the high school, and I'm working on the junior high. So thank you for being so welcoming. I appreciate it.
On behalf of the Sweet Home Health Committee, you heard tonight what's going on. I need to say no more. So thank you.
Moving on, department reports. We have multiple reports in our packets from the different departments. Are there any department heads that would like to discuss their reports?
Madam Mayor,
Yeah.
for PD related stuff, as you all can see, stats are still looking pretty good. Proactive traffic enforcement, so compared to last year at this time, increased in traffic stops 29%. Excuse me. And warnings are up 66%. So more traffic visibility in the community, which is great. Overall crime is down. It looks like person crimes are down 31%, property crimes are down 18%, society crimes are down 16%. Some of our Oregon-specific crimes are up 19%. But all in all, I'm seeing some positive things in here. So, yeah, good stuff.
Those are great numbers.
Yeah.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I'm just going to kind of skip through. So Park and Tree Committee and my plan, I would like to invite you all to the Arbor Day / Kid to Park Day, which is April 26th. It's a Saturday from 2 to 4. We will be celebrating our 38 years of Tree City USA, but we have also combined it with Kid to Park Day. So there's lots of activities for kids. We have cornhole. There's a what the committee calls the redneck disc golf, and so they come up with all kinds of ideas. There will be hot dogs and beverages and a little bit of celebration. So I invite you all to join us in that. It'd be nice to have some city representatives there too with the Park and Tree Committee. So
Great. Thank you. Go ahead.
I just want to say I worked very well with the library board to create and library staff to create our 5-year strategic plan, which you have here in the packet. And then we did receive a $10,000 grant from American Library Association that will be covering fixing our handicap access door.
Nice.
So
That's wonderful.
that'll take place probably, replacing it will probably be during the summer or fall.
Thank you for that update. Any questions of counselors for department heads? Next item on the agenda is city manager's report.
Madam Mayor, Council, I have a few things that I'd like to bring to your attention. Next month, April, is Child Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month. And so in support of that, we have in the past, as you are aware, at the PD, we host our annual Child Abuse Awareness March. That is going to be on Saturday, April 12th of this year, obviously, at 10 a.m. To about 11:30 a.m. at the PD. Traditionally in the past, we usually have somebody from the DA's office that will come out and give a short little speech or presentation on child abuse awareness. I believe that Detective Potter might be also speaking at this. We're still confirming some details on that, but I would encourage you, if you are able to, come out on the 12th at the PD, and we do a short little march around the block to support, raise awareness for child abuse. Another thing I would like to bring to your attention in the community is the Strawberry Park Community Garden. We currently have 3 garden plots still available, and so anyone who is interested in that, just come to City Hall and see Cindy about that, and we can get you situated there. For the community, we do have some police officer positions that are open right now, and we are hiring. So that is open online. So if you know anyone out there that might be interested in applying, have them check that out and fill that out. And we would love to see some people from the community apply. Also, I would like to mention that I attended on March 20th Water Day at the state capitol at the Willamette Heritage Center. It was actually pretty cool. It was an event organized to kind of bring people together, to include your legislators, agency leaders, and community stakeholders, to focus on just the importance of water, protecting our water rights, and just all kinds of stuff. It was really interesting. And it also provided city leaders and even just, farmers, a place to share community-specific concerns related to water and just to simply build relationships. And so I went there not really knowing what this is going to be like, but the main goal that I had going there was I wanted to educate people on the Green Peter Drawdown and the impact that that has had on our community the last couple of years. And one of the things that I found that was pretty surprising is a lot of people really didn't know much about it. And so I just tried to get the word out. I wanted people to just be aware and get that on, their radar, because the more people that know about this, I think, the more impact that has to make a change in the future. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I did that. I had the opportunity to visit Councilor Sanchez at Senator Hayden's office. So that was good to connect with her. And so, yeah, that was Water Day at the Capitol. It was fun. And the last thing that I wanted to bring to your attention is April, the first meeting in April. We really have a light to little agenda as far as council meetings go, and wanted to gauge council to see if maybe it would be possible to cancel that meeting, to push some stuff later in the month so that we have a more fuller schedule. We've been super busy with a lot of council goals and workshops, and so just wanted to throw that out there for council to gauge interest in that. So with that, that's what I have.
So we'll take a consensus of counselors. We do have the second meeting that we would have in April, but we'd also have a budget meeting, and all committee meetings would still be held during that
Correct,
month,
yeah.
and including the charter review committee starting in
Correct.
April as well. So counselors, I'm going to start with you. Counselor Heggie, are you interested in canceling the first council meeting in April?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd be okay with that.
Counselor Sanchez?
I'm fairly sure that's Passover, so I'm going to say yes.
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 Okay, so we have a consensus to go ahead and cancel the first meeting in April. And moving on to the next item.
Madam Mayor, would I be able to ask the city manager a question about his report or no?
Sure.
Of course.
Okay. It wasn't really about anything that you said. I apologize for interrupting, but I wanted to ask. I drive by the halfway park, I think, on Nandina and 12th every
Yes.
day. Are we going to do anything with that? I'm just curious.
I don't have any current plans for that. Is that one in our Parks Master Plan?
It is, but I will say, based on priority level, the pocket parks are probably lower on the list compared to some of our other needs. But we also know there's some work in-house that can be done.
Well, there's just big stockpiles of trash, and it's not
Oh.
trash, but it's haul-away excavation, and even just like leveling that would be ideal.
We can have Public Works take a look.
Okay, I just drive by it every day, so I was just, have we forgotten about that? Thank you, Madam
I
Mayor.
do know that we are starting to mow this week, and I did hear that the park on Elm and 10th got mowed, so I will find out about that one tomorrow as well.
Thank
So
you.
it may have already been done.
The stockpiles of a
Well, I
holiday
don't know.
that's not done.
They were doing the pocket parks
Oh,
and other parks, and so
okay.
they're going through them. I will find out the status of that particular
Oh,
park.
copy.
My hopes is that they already went through it since the other one was.
Thank you.
So,
Next item on the agenda is the mayor's report. So I just have a few items that to draw people's attention to. Is this Friday and Saturday, March 28th and 29th is the History Jamboree. Bob Reinhardt from the Atlas of Drowned Towns will be bringing that to us with his team. They're going to be listening to people's memories, collecting any artifacts or images of artifacts. That'll be held at the Evangelical Church Gym. Really excited to work with Bob to bring that to the city of Sweet Home. The gala is happening. That's Showcase's major event this year. It's on April 5th. It's in the high school auditorium. It's an international theme, which means we have people in our community that will be singing in lots of different languages, including, I'm most excited about this, Antonio, who is the chef at Serrano's, is going to be singing a song in Spanish. But there's other people that will be singing songs in Italian and German and a number of French, I believe, as well. So that should be a great event. We have a lot of talented people in the city of Sweet Home, and you can hear them there. Also, the Rotary is going to be having an egg hunt at Sankey Park, just like every year. This year it's on April 19th. That's all I have in my mayor's report. Is there any other council business for the good of the order?
Madam Mayor, may I? So I
ahead.
just would like to maybe ask Blair a question. In the past, we've had an opportunity to ask questions of the department directors or the city manager, and I just don't want to interrupt and seem rude like I was just now. Is that something that we normally do or have an opportunity to do? I thought that I don't know what the charter or the council rules would say for that.
This is the layout of our meetings are specified in the council rules, these different parts. And so the section for department reports is in there. I see no reason why those department reports wouldn't include question and answer from the council to department heads. That's perfectly acceptable.
Okay, thank you. I just thought we had done it before, so I didn't want.
The only time I believe anything has been spoken against that is that if the question is anything that would require any research or anything like that, to give staff a heads up beforehand. But other than that, I really don't think there's a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Counselor.
Yes, I have one more thing here. This Thursday, business after hours is at the Sweet Home Senior Center inside of our community center. And so you're all invited. It's at 5:30. They'll come down and see what those 180 members of the senior center are doing. Full disclosure, I do sit on the board of directors for the senior center. So I'd like to see, I challenge all you counselors to show up. Thank you.
Any other council business for the good of the order? Hearing none, I'll close this meeting at 7 p.m.